Will Bosi has made the third ascent of Sean Rabattou's Font 9A Alphane in Coronico, Switzerland. It feels like we've been talking about Alphane a lot over the last few months, after we've initially reported Sean's first ascent, and then latterly Aidan Roberts' second ascent just a few weeks ago. But perhaps that's not all that surprising, given that these three guys have been trying it, often together, over the last couple of years. And it just so happens that the stars have aligned and that the second and third ascents have come in rapid succession. When asked to comment on the proposed grade of Font 9A, Will was reluctant to confirm, and he had this to say. In terms of a grade, I personally felt that Honey Badger, Font 8C+, was more of a challenge to me, and proposing a grade for that at the time was daunting as it was my first 8C+. At the cutting edge of climbing, grading feels so much more difficult, as the margins are much finer, and personal strengths and preferences really come into play. Is it 9A? Honestly, I do not know. And as I gain more experience of climbing around this grade range, I may have a better view. But it is a fantastic line established by Sean, and I look forward to seeing more experienced climbers comment on where the grade sits. So for those baying for blood and looking for a big downgrade, you're not going to see it here. Whilst Will didn't confirm the grade, he didn't deny it either, and it's obvious that he's on the form of his life. Maybe what we need is the Mellow crew to arrange a trip over to the peak for some prime limestone Badger Cove to see the second ascent of the Honey Badger and see whether that's really 8C+, or if it's harder. Rumour has it that Will is now trying the direct on Alphane, which is supposed to come in at 3 8Cs in a row, back to back. I have a feeling that this isn't going to be the last report we have on Alphane, or Coronico, or Will Bosi, so watch this space for more. Last week we reported on Seb Bouin's ascent of Chris Sharma's 9B Jumbo Love at Clark Mountain. At the time we predicted that he was going to make that first ascent of the direct start, but we didn't know how long it was going to take him. Seb exceeded all expectations and made the first ascent 1 week later. The direct start, now Supreme Jumbo Love, takes in 20 metres of 9A climbing before joining Jumbo Love and tackling its crux. He's graded it perhaps a little conservatively at 9B+. We were hoping for a slash grade, but no joy. Seb had this to say: the effort is really long, adding 20 metres of hard climbing before the crux of Jumbo Love, followed by the second part of Jumbo Love, which is really physical and pumpy. The icing on the cake is the last slab of 20 metres, a tricky slab where you have to know what to do. The last slab is not that hard, but if you are done and you don't know it quite well, you can easily fall there too. When we initially reported Seb's first ascent of DNA, his 9C in the Verdon Gorge, there was a lot of skepticism about the grade and whether or not he was capable of it. But I think that the speed and frequency with which Seb's climbing 9B, 9B+, just goes to show, given the time that he spent doing DNA, it's a true contender for 9C. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.